Okay, we're here with Fattie and Ed Brown. That Ed? Little Tarot Tech tutorial on how to do some eyeshadow makeup. And what do you got there, Ed?
Well, we're going to use the flesh tone stack, Theatrical Effects it's called, Party City. Fairly cheap, inexpensive makeup. And it's a good makeup because it makes the skin look, whatever color that is, it makes it look a little more realistic.
Correct.
You know, let's say if you're going to be a vampire, like Fattie is, and he's got the dark eyes, and you want a very light makeup for the face, something that's a little more pale, or just a real light flesh tone, so that it forces you to kind of get right into the eyes. So we just put it in. You can tell already that he's looking a little more,
A little paler.
pale. And when you look at it, it doesn't seem like it'll be, but once it gets into the skin,
He seems to be enjoying it too.
yeah, it's like a forehead massage.
Who knows what he's thinking about when his eyes are closed?
And the thing with this stuff is, you know, all it needs is a little work, and you don't need a lot. So, and you can stay away from the temples with it and around the eyes, because you're going to put dark, well, maybe not a dark, but a magenta, almost a red right in the eyes. And I'm leaving some of the stack off the cheekbones up too, because if you'll see when I get to the other makeup, it'll be blended in with it. So you can put darker tones in the sunken parts of the cheek. But if you're just out taking video or something, it's the only time you're gonna, worry about that. But see, that's just enough for you. I mean, zombies you can put a little bit more, but I think the undead is a little more life in their skin rather than a zombie that's corpsed out. So we can just go right to the dark stuff now. It looks dark here. It's like very deep magenta or whatever, but when it goes out, it'll lighten up. It'll look a little more red, a little more bruisey. You just gotta work it out, though. And I usually go right over the eyes, just careful, because there's a contact. I understand. Kind of just keep it. The more you work it in, the more realistic it looks and bruised. Now, I'll leave it alone in a second. Sometimes I'll put a little more, like right over the eyelids, because you want it to look sunken in and recessed.
Also, we're filming this with absolutely no light on, just the sunlight from outside the window.
Yes.
Trying to give the effect of a house that's late afternoon, not really light out, giving a little bit darker effect.
Giving it the evilness that the Krawl Space can bring.
The Krawl Space.
Yeah, that one's good. Like that there. I'm going to blend this fleshy stack back into the area, just to have it look real blended. You can draw it out a little bit in certain spots, because it'll start looking really bruised. But if you keep pulling in instead of pulling out, you get that little bit stuck on the edge. It'll cause a super shadow, and then just bring down the flesh tone again. And it starts to blend so much into the skin that it just looks like a part of the skin. You know, just keep working it in. The more you work it in, the better it's going to turn out. You don't need a lot, and that's the best part of it. Now you can take some, turn your head to the left. Yep. And you can take some and just stick it into the temple area, and then brush it kind of back into the hairline, and it'll look recessed and the other way now, and this is probably, I get a lot of comments because of the temples, really. You can still see the white ridge through here. Right, turn back to the left and over to the right. And see the ridge right here? It's really a lot lighter compared to this here. And you can still see, it's the bone, you know, that you want to pull out. So, and then you can take some, a little bit, and just go right up to the line of the face, because you just want it to look kind of recessed. And then just kind of just blend it in, because the effect is going to, alright, look the other way. It just makes it look completely like the bone is going to stick out, you know, that whole cheekbone you want to stick out. Kind of blend it back. And you still want to keep the ridge. Also keep the white ridge. And keep the bone. Just a little here. I mean, that's it, man, really. Open your eyes. Zoom up on that and see what you can stick yellows around here too and make it more bruised. But the yellows you want to stick between the, you know, the magenta maybe and the white just a little bit, and you can do that too, and it'll look. The more you add on to it, the sicker it's gonna look. You know, but you got to keep blending it, and you can tell that the makeup don't look like makeup after a while. It totally just looks like the skin on completely. Okay, so we got a yellowish, pukey color. It doesn't say what it is.
Just comes in the stack.
Comes in stack. And then we got green. We'll use some green. And we'll put a little bit of rot around Fattie's eyes. A little bit of mucus and rot.
Mucus and rot, just what he was looking for.
Couldn't you just spat in my face?
We could do
Could
that.
do that, but I cleaned a loogie out earlier.
Turn your face to the
Yeah, and you're kind of
right.
dark.
Or left.
Yeah, there you go.
Do the left first. Like you did. There and here. Now we're just gonna, we'll add it around the, right next to the eyelid openings. And you know, I don't think you have to rub it in too much, because it'll be better off standing out a little bit, because you want it to look kind of gunky. Alright, so we're going to just put some more, not going really near the eye. FYI.
You don't want to do tons of it.
Yeah, you just want to just pull back whatever makeup's there already, and just get a little bit of effect. Like I said, you gotta know what you're using in order to use it correctly. If you want to stay around the edge of the purple as well, just blend it in a little bit. It'll start looking really bruised, and you want to always pull it out, because you're filling in some cracks and making sure that the cracks are defined in your own skin, using your own tones. In this case, Fattie's got sweet ass widows, crow's feet or whatever they're called. And if you stay on the crow's feet, you can see where the decay would really look more realistic, or the bruising for that matter. You know, it's really a little more realistic if you stay. And then you can throw a little more in the cheekbone area too, on top of what we put earlier, or under the cheekbone, actually in the sunken areas, and it'll look completely dead.
More infected looking.
Yeah. Starting to bruise and rot. Alright, turn this way. So just pull it right off of the crow's feet. Because it looks totally bruised. I mean, then this would give you a more corpse look rather than a vampire look too. You know, the more you go with yellows and we'll add a little green too and some veins and show you, you know, like another stage of decay. And we'll put a couple little spots on there too, and little blisters maybe. See you in a minute.
I didn't know either.
Okay, you can say something. This
I thought we were taking a picture. I didn't know we were taking a video. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Terra Technologies. We play dead. We're just checking some new makeup for me. Enjoy. Have fun.
Completely creepy.
Completely creepy is true. Well, that's it for this little tutorial for doing a little bit of eyeshadow makeup. We hope you enjoyed everything, and check in again. We'll be doing something else.
Hi.
Don't you feel better now? Again. Don't you feel better now? Again. Don't you feel better now? Again. Don't you feel better now? Again.